Some of you may or may not know, but recently I hosted a community event. Myself, an absolute idiot, Duplex, the Catman, and Mr. Her Zombie is just evil. We were judges, and this was a build competition. So starting off in round one, we had many issues. Many people didn't show up. But this is the only round one round we actually managed to do. And here, even then, Sebenito is struggling to, build in his quadrant. The idea was you got random items. And with those random items, you had to just build something in the allotted time frame. If anything was out of your little square grid in the middle, it's eliminated! You are not going to be included in the final. So, basically, yeah. So in this first round, we had Boss, Fairy Tale, and Sebenito going. Top two would be promoted. Using the one and only, shout out to the alt account for recording everything. And just enjoy watching these little builds as we cycle through them on the alt account. As we're ending off the round here, we have just one final view of Fairy Tale before we go into the final check of everybody's builds. It's not bad, it's not bad. Oh, I'm gonna put the transition. So, so this is like the final viewing of all the builds. The results for round one are as follows. Fairy Tale getting 17 with Sebenito and Boss managing to qualify into the next round. As judges, we all collectively agreed that Boss's build was amazing. Like, the centre of the attention being that lucky save on the Moai thing. We all thought that execution there was perfect. The centre of the attention was there. It instantly drew our attention. With Sebenito even, the same. Having the centre of attention being that statue and all the plants and the scenery added. Some brilliant stories on both of them that we could have interpreted. Not to say Fairy Tales was bad. It's just we believe there could have been more story to be added. Into round two, we managed to finally get some players in. This is the players who showed up for round one but couldn't get a game in. Obviously, 4 rounds here, number 1 qualifies. This is round 1 where we have Ramesian, Ye3, and Pikaru. We managed to get rid of a few items from the first round and add a few new items, such as the Mr. Banks. Thank you to Duplex for sponsoring those. I hope you guys enjoy just cycling through these plots right now and seeing how the construction process is going for everyone. For the final build, we've got Pikaru here. He's got like a little safe shrine thing. I don't really know how to describe that. Now with Ramesian, going for a similar thing. And ending off with Ye3 with another very heavy safe shrine. It seems that a recurring theme in this round was building a shrine from the safes. Pikaru, in our opinion, managed to execute that the greatest. Though Zombie somehow gave the high score to Ramesian. Yeah, Zombie is an evil person, you'll see across this video. I don't think I saw him vote higher than a 7 in this whole video. Apart from surprise at the end of the video. Watch to the end to find out. We did think that some of the builds, though, especially from Ramesian and Ye3, the cake shrine, the safe shrine seemed to have like a lack of structure to it. For example, Pikaru just managed to execute things better. Here we have Mr. Duplex, one of our fellow judges, abducting the poor singing monsters. Like, what has this account ever done to you to deserve abduction? In fact, in the comments, I want to see a hashtag Justice for Singing Monsters or a hashtag LDuplex to express your sympathy. Anyways, in the next round, we only had 2 competitors, Espadoltra and Sebenito, our promotion from round 1. 2 people going against each other. gives him a better chance. He's only got to go against one other person to secure promotion for the final round and to receive a prize. We have a very similar theme going again with the safe shrines. So I want you to sit back for the next few seconds and enjoy the construction process. Okay, so looking at the final build here from Sebenito, going for a cake shrine, safe shrine. Similar to the other ones, he's got some people on top of the safes as well. And looking here at Espidoltra's going for a very, very hefty central area. But the winner can only be one. And looking here at the results, we had Espidoltra actually losing. Unfortunately, Sebenito does manage to get promoted with Zombie giving him a 4. I did say Zombie's going to be ruthless. Do you agree with me? Anyways, we did think that the Safe Shrine theme was, well, executed better by Sebenito. Though both the builds were very nice and did get some very strong scores from Duplex specifically. I'm kind of like just the middle judge, you get what I mean? I'm like the middle ground. And starting off the next round, we're going to go see Mr. PR2 Sean. Already starting off with a strong central area here with the motorbike and the noobs. We've got Zombie there doing whatever he wants. We've got Mr. Potter now already preparing some sort of safe shrine, as we have seen already a lot in the second round. And going into our final competitor, we have Daydream. He's starting off with a central beanbag there, getting some safes in the background. Potentially a safe shrine, but it's too early to see.
She was a fairy. She was a fairy. She was a fairy.
Wait.
She was a fairy. 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 She was a fairy.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
So after that hectic thing, we're going to have a little view of the construction process once again of the builds here. And finally, it is time to look at the final builds for everyone. Starting off with Daydream, going for the same safe shrine we have seen many times already throughout this round. Going into Sean, PR2 Sean. It's going to again for a safe shrine kind of build here. And finally ended off with Mr. Potter. Again, a safe shrine. A very common and recurring theme throughout this whole round. And to end off with the scorings, PR2 Sean with a comfortable win, getting a 9.5 from me. The reason I gave him such a high score is mainly because of the storyline. We could have built a really nice storyline. There's a business deal. There's someone trying to raid you. So many wonderful additions, tiny additions that made such a difference for me. Even Zombie giving him a 7. Mr. Potter and Daydream, they were good builds. It's just we felt there was a lack of story. There was a lack of cohesion. Oh, I like that word. I might have to start using that a bit more. And it's just, they were good builds, don't get me wrong. It's just, we felt Sean's was better. Now, moving on to the final round of round 2, we've got, starting off with Armin here, already building with the walls and the bamboo fences here, and I'm getting stuck on the surface, but already an idea is forming. Moving in to Mr. Risky Kenko, going again, safe's already a structure with some bamboo fences and the sign there. And finally, our third competitor for this round is Boss, who won the first round with a comfortable score. Already preparing with some safes here and getting that motorbike nice and ready. A few minutes later here, we are viewing the builds. Once again, more construction has already occurred, but it's just some quick progress that has happened after a few minutes of genuine building. As you can see, Boss has added a bunch more. We had Risky Kenko just now as well with a bunch more. We'll be seeing Armin soon and how much he's changed. But you can already see the builds are starting to get built up. There's life and stuff already being put into them. Here, moving into Armin finally. Look, you can already tell the builds there, the ideas there. This is, if I recall correctly, I think this was about halfway through the time, and the builds are amazing. Now, this is the final build finally looking at from Armin here, starting off with. Looks like some sort of bunker hideout. Now, moving in to Risky Kenko, going for a similar build. And finally, Mr. Boss, going for not a safe shrine, although you could argue a safe shrine here on the far left side. Oh dear. Fix your game, devs! Fix your game! What? Hashtag justice for singing monsters! Okay, and the final scores are as follow. Armin, Risky Kenko, and Boss getting very, very high scores. We had Boss absolutely smash it away. He used every single item apart from the light. And the storyline that was built there, it was amazing. There was items in the saves. It really had a storyline. It really had the environment there. Not to say Armin and Risky Kenko did terribly. They also did exquisite. This was the best round in terms of builds. And I must say, I was very impressed with what these three players could make up in the time and items that they had. For the final round, I decided to do things a little differently. I gave each of the contestants a fedora to choose out of the USA, Tix, Snowman, and Valentine. Then we had Duplex managed to fund us a few items based off the events, and we made them build off of the fedora. So if you had the USA fedora, you had to build using USA items, then Duplex funded us USA cane to build with, for example. And oh boy, was this around. Starting off with PR2 Sean here, who got the Valentines. His extra cereals were the Valentine Wings and the Pink Fox. Thank you, Duplex, for funding us with that. Moving into Pikaru's Quadrant, sorry. He got the USA section where he had to use the USA Fedora, a USA Sword, and a USA Cane. Moving into Sebenito, he got the Tix section. He managed to use the Tix Fedora, which was also my first ever cereal. Tix Sword Pack and Tix Valk, and already you can see Boss is already cooking with his Snowman or Winter section, using the Ice Cane and the Ice Valk edition, in addition to the Snowman Fedora. There was a rule that you had to have the Fedora present in the build for this round. As you can see, we're moving in again. We've already got PR2 Sean, way more work here. And the requirement was just to use the Fedora. So you didn't have to use the other cereals, but it was better if you wanted to. We have here, moving into Pikaru, already trying to work here, something with the rugs here. Going in to Mr. Sebenito. He's got the Tix statues there in like a ring, kind of, you could say, with the rugs as well, making some sort of triangle. And Boss is building up his snow fort thing. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's looking really nice. Looking very nice. Okay, we've got, just before the final viewing, we've got here PR2 Sean's build. We've got Pikaru's build. Doing well. We're going to move in onto Sebenito shortly. Oh, yeah. Sebenito, we have, again, considering the items they've got, it's looking very nice. And finally ending off with the good old boss, who's been smashing the first 2 rounds. Here we've got Armin, who came to view the final round. He's trying to give our little recorder oh no, it's gone now. He sent him a trade request. He was giving us ducks. Okay, looking at the final build now. This is Pikaru's build, who got the USA section. He had to use the USA fedora. Moving into PR2 Sean, he had the Valentine section and he had to use the Valentine fedora. Now moving in to Boss, he had the winter section and he had to use the Snowman fedora in his build. And ending off with the one and only Sebenito, he had the tick section. And what is he doing in the corner? And he had to use the Tix fedora in his build. I'm very confused what he was trying to do. Anyways, these are the final scores. We had PR2 Sean getting the first place with the Valentine section. We had Pikaru get in the third with his USA section. Sabanito getting second with his Tick section. And Boss, surprisingly, he's getting last place. For Boss, the issue was, I think, he went for quantity over quality. He tried to use all his items. He tried to reuse things he did in the other rounds with putting the items in the gift boxes instead of safes. And we felt like it wasn't very unique. For Pikaru and Sebenito, we tried to judge according to the difficulty of the build. Apart from Zombie, I think he got the memo. Because can you imagine having to build with USA and Tick stuff only? It's very difficult. But PR2 Sean does manage to take the win. Arguably, I was expecting him to be second, to be honest, because Valentine had the second highest, variety of items. But his, wedding scene, or whatever he tried to make, it was executed perfectly. You could easily tell there was a story. The structure was great. The atmosphere, the environment was amazing. Thank you to all the participants across all around. And we are now going to go into the special part of the video, where after the event, myself, Duplex, and Zombie went to go build using the items. We had Duplex getting the winter section, I got the Tick section, and Zombie got the USA section. And then the people who were there for the final round, they voted, and the scores will shock you. Anyways, let's get into the view and the final builds. Starting off with Zombie with the USA section, and you can already tell there's a really, really nice place here. You've got the eagles, the flying owls. Amazing. Moving in to Duplex. He has gone for a very, very quality over quantity build here with his winter section. Keeping that fedora inside the igloo as well. Looked very, very nice. Moving into mine with the Tick section. I tried to go for a little vault treasury kind of idea. Although, unfortunately, I ran out of time. I couldn't completely finish it off. I was happy with what I built, but I really know I could have done better. Moving into the scoring, Boss gave Duplex a 7.5, Sean gave him an 8, Armin gave him a 7.9, Risky Kenko gave him an 8.5, and Pikaru gave him an 8.4, giving Duplex a final score of 40.3. For Zombie, Armin gave him an 8.6, Kenko gave him a 6.5, Boss gave him a 7, Sean gave him a 5, and Pikaru gave him a 7, which gave him a final score of 34.1. And then he has the audacity to give himself a 10. That doesn't count! Now, for me, Armin gave me a 7.1, Kenko gave me a 7.5, Boss gave me a 6.5, and Sean gave me a 7. Pikaru gave me a 7 as well. Final standings, Duplex does manage to take the win. I get second place, and Zombie gets third place, because that's expected, because it's Zombie. He voted so ignorantly for the other participants. He got his karma. Now, if you are interested in joining these giveaways, we are planning to do them bi-monthly, which means every second month there's going to be some sort of community event. This might not necessarily be bid battles related, it could be on a completely separate game, but it will always involve bid battles or Robux prizes. I will be linking in the description the official bid battle server and the giveaway, well, I say giveaway server, the community night server, where you can pop in, you can get notifications for when I start streaming. It can be bid battles or other games. Or even if we have a community event planned. Thank you for watching this video, and I do really hope you enjoyed watching this. This was my first community event, and I could already tell in hindsight I could have done many things differently. But if you do enjoy this kind of content, please consider giving me a like, subscribing to the channel, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.